Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening. This is Mike for Road to the Illuminati. I Saw the Future, Part 5. Compression, consciousness, and parallel vibration. Scaling down matter into matter is physical term compression. Various types can be formed. Compressed matter suspended in a vacuum of outer fields called space. Inside this bubble, Earth atmospheric layers nest, encased by gravity, the formal glue that holds all in place. Yet gravity cannot be grasped in any comprehensible sense. It's easier to distort perception than to root it in what's visible. I rely on optical death. My inner calmness is in foresight before the path is known. I already hold the antimatter canvas, picture clear. Even if no strokes exist in line defined, the masterpiece is still determined by the rules of the universe we haven't fully pictured yet. Embedded wear and timelines. Charged particles create embedded wear. Matter encoded across timelines like skipping water infused with THC milk. Energy moves in downward spirals, teletransporting itself across quantum layers. Photon push directional movement becomes memory. Seeds are planted. Days ahead of our conscious realization. Warp speed, not light years. These are the license of old learners. From dimension 789, outside logic, we grow up overlapping timelines, getting blood pressure reading from the top. Air is boxed in bags for the experiment you don't know you signed up for. Perception tools and self-seeded stars. What is warp speed to you? Its rhythm is sticky piku. You create new beats. Recycled hemp and plastic make lightweight flying cars accessible to the consumer of consciousness. Your brightness travels like a star and in the clouds. What is framed is seeded through thought by thought. The light of one star mimics the soul's healing. Out of the box becomes a way of breathing. Adults slide on recycled ice. Middle ball thinkers stack insight upon insight, building a concrete of theoretical flow. To choose what you emit as yourself, that's a lifestyle. Be positive, break the oil bound cycle, turn liquid THC milk into fuel. Quantum mirrors and parallel universe. And boxed bags exist on multi existential planes. Each action you take alters a universe. If observed consciously, each parallel becomes as real to them as this physical realm is to you and I. Compression isn't just physical, it's emotional, physic, collective. Our connective energy, though detached, communicates instantly before the thought arises. Altered verses reflect us. This reality is the only one that mirrors both inside and throughout. It is a feedback loop of a conscious observer and the divine mind of God. Consciousness and the tree of life. I tend to believe we are all creations of a conscious tree of life. Our brain and neurons, replication of branches, upside down, sideways, the branch twists and becomes leaves. Just as ideas manifest image, just as thought imprint word. In what format can you be replicated, divided, and deconstructed, yet still stay aware, still function? Change must be from the inside out. Adjust your lens, swapping the fisheye from a soul scope, bubble through, not at. Observation becomes the observed, overseen by the overseeing of observer. Pi, shadows, and sonic geometry. I was thinking about pi in a sphere from crop circle, the indent and dent spiral outward. What if pi had a shadow? And depending on the cast angle, could you see a second projection within a layered indent of pi? Shadow shading becomes parallel sound lines. Light reflection becomes memory playback. Matter becomes the thought out cat. Antimatter becomes the outline, a backwards hat on a forward thinking world. Light casts shadow, darkness is just shade. The coin spin. Imagine a spinning coin. Just before it loses velocity, observe every dip, every inward vortex slowing to stillness. Now picture five center points, each measuring an emotion's depth. Factor in base, and melody. Each note a color, each inverse a spectral layer in an electrical fabric. Secure realm, silent over observer, and robotic time loop. Imagine an office, a metaphysical portal. Only the visual effect layer is visible. Only a user with a key can open it. An offline internet VR tunnel. Now consider, if a robot comes from the future, travels into past, which is our present, can it isolate a timeline from person to person? Can it disconnect the residual consciousness? What if person had the same base processing unit but never evolved past a specific point? Could you become a silent observer observing? Suppose the robot deletes its own code or deletes the memory of its creator. What if all it was took was the charger fails, the alarm doesn't go off, the coffee truck never arrives. Instead of inventing time travel, he hates his day and everything that would have been fractures. Do you delete user or part of the code? What if both vanish? Then he shouldn't know what the outcome is until a future where he never existed. Each present tense becomes its own tense part, a reality in itself. This was Mike for Road to the Illuminati. I Saw the Future, Part